Today I want to talk about a very important subject. Bum, bum, bum. Hello and welcome to another episode of Around the Block Talk, marketing advice that actually works. I'm your host, Los, and ever since the quarantine started, we have been busy reaching out to many of you who have been going through these challenging times. And like you, we've been trying to figure out the solutions needed for business success. We've also seen the growing importance that marketing will play in every business in the United States, which is why we've been busy putting new content together so that we can share more valuable information with you. And now that the nation is opening back up, we need to get back to basics, the basics of marketing. We need to get back to the fundamentals. And today I want to cover 5 key areas that you want to make sure you keep an eye on right before you go and make that post, before you double down on a new campaign as well. Because it is important that our messaging and our marketing are correct. Before we go any further, I have a bonus for you. Let's start with audience. You need to ask yourself, who wants to buy your products or services? Then you also want to ask yourself, who is buying your products and services? You need to know who your audience is, and you need to know your ideal client. How do you know who your ideal client is? By looking back at your past clients. Look at the ones that were the most successful, the ones that made you the most money. For you, you need to find out who they are, why they like your product, and understand more about their characteristics so that you can understand where to market and who to market to. And the next topic to focus on is your messaging, the what. What is it that you're going to be saying? You need to make sure that you talk about the problem that you solve and who you solve it for. You need to talk about how easy it is to engage with you and how satisfied your customers are going to be once they get your product or service. So it's very important that you figure out your messaging, and you can do so by doing some research, talking to your customers, figuring out why they decided to work with you, and what made you stand out compared to everyone else. And the next topic to focus on is timing. Timing is everything, and you need to figure out when you need to be there for your customers. The more you engage, the more you communicate, the more you post, the more emails you send, the more calls you make, anything and everything will help keep you in front of your ideal client, your audience, just in time so that when they need you, they know who to turn to. Stay connected and you'll be able to observe when and where your audience is at so that you know when to be there. And the next key area to focus on is platform. Where are your customers? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Facebook? Or are they on LinkedIn? Do you know where they're at? Because you need to go where your clients are at. You need to be able to reach them, but first you need to be able to find them. So you really need to investigate the platform that your ideal clients are on and go there. Create content that engages them and stay in front of them. And the last key area to focus on is purpose. Does your marketing reflect your brand? And what is it that you want your audience to do after they see your marketing? You need to be very specific in this area. You need to make sure that your marketing has a focus and that you push your audience towards that end goal, which is the purpose. Talk about getting back to basics. I hope you found this video valuable and informative. So please give it a like and share it. And if you're on Facebook, give our page a like and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm your host, Los, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Around the Block Talk, marketing advice that really works.